I would just get rid of the YouTube. Unless
True that.
are people making money off of YouTube streams?
No. I don't know.
No, I think people only use it for premieres.
I don't know. Go back in the it changed. Let's switch.
So when weight painting, let's say I have a double-sided object, right? How do I go about here's auto products. How do I go about painting both sides at the same time? Or is that not a thing I can do?
Double-sided object?
Yeah.
Exactly the same texture?
Exactly the same weights.
Oh, wait. Oh, well, are you... First... Oh, you're not even...
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to find the auto normalize. Because I always forget where it is. Oh, cool. I already have it quick. I'm sharing it on Discord.
What happened? Sorry, what?
Screen, hold on. And go live.
Okay.
Oh, am I streaming the wrong? Oh, I am.
Oh, you're starting soon.
I goofed that up.
Okay, so...
Cool. Advance where?
Right side. Right middle. Brush.
Like the
brush
level
settings. Yes, it is. You're right. It's like that panel that comes out on the right side of the window.
On the right side of the window? What are you talking? Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
okay.
front faces all off?
Yeah.
Back it.
And that.
But also paint the back. So.
That's fine. That's fine if it makes it back.
But your stream is showing something different.
Is it loading? Is it stuck loading? Because it's stuck loading on mine.
Refresh it.
Uh,
Yes. Everything else is moving, but your video is... I see your YouTube.
yeah. I broke something. Go look at that. Here. You guys get this.
Alright, Hater. I'm gonna say this for now.
I don't know what the heck. Why can't. Okay, now it works. That was weird. I opened a new Blender and it forced it to use the Blender. Okay. Oh, but it's still loading?
Your stream is... One moment.
What does that say?
That's fine now. Well, that load thing is my VTuber avatar.
Oh,
that you didn't take
whoa.
off. So there's that.
Alright, I'll fix.
But okay. So the goal is to be a good dungeon crawler.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple right now with 4-person parties.
Okay.
It's gonna be the Holy Trinity. I mean, as much as people don't like it nowadays, I think it's
I
still pretty
miss it.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
miss
was
the Holy
fun back then.
Trinity.
But you're not gonna be locked
Maybe
into
I'm
it
just
though.
a boomer, but
You're not gonna be locked into it. Like, you can change your class as needed. So if someone needs a healer and you decide to level up your healer, a la Final Fantasy, I guess. Yes. Not copying ideas, just a good idea. But a 4-person party. Let's go with healer, of course. Your tank. Yes, that's what Wyatt wants.
hey, that's me.
And you got your DPS. Range or magic. Let's go with range and magic. Think of this demo that I'm going to. And ultimately, I would like to have sub categories like control, class, things like that. Buffers, single healers, AoE healer, whatever. But for now, it's gonna be healer, tank, range, DPS, my DPS. Yeah.
Your
Choking on
Corona's
dust, I
acting
guess.
up?
Huh?
Your Corona's acting up?
I guess so. I heard this morning, I guess the CDC decided that we're going in the wrong direction again, and you gotta start wearing masks here in New York
Oh.
if you're fully vaccinated. Okay, so the typical gameplay loop, I'm not entirely sure if I wanted to do it this way, but it's going to be town, where you upgrade, change gear, slash class, ability. Just the usual town stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then would go, oh, that's tiny. Zoom in there. That's super. So it's gonna be town. Select a mission. So it's gonna be mission-based combat. It's not gonna be like a field or a map that you just go to end the map or an open world map.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be town. Then pick your mission, which will take you to a specific map with specific objectives. Do the objectives.
What do they call those? Like Vindictus and Warframe?
Yeah, pretty much instant space.
Yeah, instant space.
Yeah. So town, field, and in those two games, I can't remember. Do you get your drops, or do the drops happen while you're killing things, or only at the end, like a reward screen?
I think only at the end.
So if you were playing the games, would you prefer the drops to be happening? Like, do you have like a thing where picking up and looking at drops kind of kills the flow, or would you prefer?
So how it is in Warframe is things drop and you can't pick them up in the world, and if you don't pick them up, then you don't get them at the end screen. But like everything, you're also given like random rewards at the end screen too.
Ah. Because I do like
I guess
games
it
with the
depends on the
shinies.
missions. Yeah, I guess it depends on the missions. It's like, I don't know, I guess as long as it's not like kill 15 gnolls or whatever, you know?
I mean, I'm gonna have kill quests. It's the staple of these RPGs.
Yeah, but I would prefer like not like kill 15 of this. I would just prefer to do the mission, you know?
What? Oh, stop the bandits from taking taking the coach.
Yeah.
What about kill 15 bandits?
That just The wording, I know it's the exact same thing. I know psychologically it's the exact same thing, right? If you have a mission with 15 bandits and I have to stop the coach, like stop them from taking over the coach, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you have a mission with 15 bandits and it's like kill 15 bandits, then I'm sitting here like, why only 15? How come we can't go to the hive and kill the king? Shouldn't we just take out the problem at the source?
What about those is like, okay, collect 10 honeys, but the bees don't always have a guaranteed drop rate.
I hate that too. that makes me terribly mad. Like, at least honeys are all right. Sure, maybe there's no honey in this particular one, but when it's like collect 10 furs from foxes, bro, I am carrying a sword.
Oh my god, you're an immersion type of person, aren't you?
I really am. Immersion is a big thing for me, and that's why I like Star Citizen so much. Is because even though it's so slow and it takes you forever to like get the game going,
yeah,
it's immersive because I have to take the train, I have to take the elevator, I gotta walk 3 miles to get to my ship.
But that's immersion, despite us adults not having that much time in our day. Like, what did you do yesterday? I played Star Citizen. Oh, how was that? So it's kind of fun. Oh, it took me about 2 hours to get to my ship. Like, what do you mean it took you 2 hours? Well, the train was delayed, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's like I don't know, something about just the escapism, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like, I know I'm an adult and don't have all that much time, but just being able to escape and completely be a part of a world is a big part for me.
Okay. So now another question for you. How do you feel about health bars? Do you like seeing the health of your enemies or gauging it for yourself?
Depends on the game.
Okay, top down.
Usually I turn health off. Like in Monster Hunter, I immediately turned off the numbers. I think the main thing for me is I don't like numbers, right? Like number porn doesn't do it for me.
Oh yeah, so that was one of my downsides. Like my qualms about some game. Diablo is number porn. Table story. I like when numbers get high, but not ridiculous, where it just feels like 1 million does not feel different.
Yeah.
But if you're for hundreds and you hit 300 or 500, like, oh. So that is, I'm not gonna go to stupid.
I think if there's some kind of competitiveness or there's something somewhat quantifiable, like something like Paragon, right? I do want to know how much I'm hitting for, and I need to know the enemy's health, right? Because there's a lot of strategy that's involved in that.
That is true.
Right? Like even winning a fight in a MOBA doesn't mean you killed the enemy.
Well, that's a whole different style of game. I get that. It's an entirely different style of game.
But like if you could implement that, right? If winning your fight doesn't necessarily mean you kill your opponent. Yeah, you hit hardest or you kill your opponent. Like if I can force like someone to retreat or something. I think XCOM did something like that where like, or it's a game like XCOM where like if you get an enemy to like low health, they'll start trying to like preserve their own life.
So you're asking for like an AI that's not just
yeah. So if it's a mindless thing that's going to rush me no matter what I do, I don't need the numbers. I really don't need the health. But if it's something that I have to strategize against, I think I would at least like a health bar.
So I kind of like the idea of regen. have like a different set of parameters, how they act and interact with it. Some of them died or the things like that. Some are aggressive, like to fight in group. Typical stuff, I guess. But ultimately, it's gonna be. I want there to be a power fantasy. More so, I like games that allow you to build your character,
If you're going power fantasy,
but not like number porn power, but like diversity.
yeah,
Diversity.
okay, it's a general luminescent. But yeah, like yeah.
So yeah, build
But yeah,
diversity
like
is interesting.
I think like if you're doing a power fantasy, it's more about the feeling than anything. Because like even with Warframe, it's power fantasy. Like people like the big numbers and the different colored numbers and stuff. But like after a while, you're doing so many numbers and they're all red, which is what you're striving for. Like it just becomes it doesn't mean anything,
Yeah.
But like when you're able to just one shot a tough enemy, like that's what feels good.
Hit a one shot. I mean, that means you're hitting really hard.
Mm-hmm. Some of the weapons, since there's so many mods, like the game isn't greatly balanced. There's at least some balance, but it's not like super well balanced. But it allows for some crazy stuff, and that's what makes it fun.
So experimentation.
Yeah,
that's why I like Diablo, I guess. I only play during seasons, but yeah. I do like the gear hunt in games. Like, I know some people may not like that idea that, oh, this weapon has a 1% drop rate. But I like that. I don't mind killing this thing 100 plus times. Actually, yes, I do. Because I get frustrated after a while, but I feel like when it finally does drop and it completes your build, it's really rewarding.
I like the option of both. They like being able to either get it in drop or craft
it.
Yeah, because I prefer to have a guaranteed way of getting something. Right.
I was talking to my friend about this as well. It was the idea. You know how Borderlands has random loot? Well, he doesn't like the idea that you can farm for something, it could finally drop, but it could still be like a garbage variant of the same item. And that's frustrating. So I don't know if I wanted it to be like everything was like a set stat, like, oh, this sort of blah 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 has a set stat, it always drops as a legendary. Versus, oh, this has a legendary suffix, and or whatever, and that determines its stats. So every item in the game could be legendary. Like, oh, wooden sword, but it's a legendary wooden sword.
Because that opens up for your game to break, or like, especially if you're doing multiplayer. Like, it's that guy with the terrible luck, and usually I'm the guy with the terrible luck,
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to be significantly underpowered, even if I put more hours into the game than my friend.
Got you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like, I don't, even with the randomness of the loot, I'm okay with like having to really work for something. Like if it's easier for me to farm something, I'm absolutely okay with that. But in the case that I do it 100 times and don't get it, I should be rewarded for my efforts. And be able to get the item I'm looking for through a currency or crafting or something.
Usually some games, after a certain amount of tries, they just give it to you. but then that
Some
try
game.
count is usually at like 100. So
Yeah.
far.
And maybe it's because I'm older and don't have a ton of time to like play. Like, I don't want to spend the little time I have farming content that's not fun.
I get you. The health bar.
Also, don't forget, people are going to min max your game,
Oh
and
yeah, I min max my own game.
yeah, and I hate when someone's like, "Oh, you gotta have this build," and it's like an item with a 1% drop rate.
Meta.
I'm like, yeah, I don't want to farm for that, but
So
no one
simplistic.
wants me in their party.
Player drop down. So focus on, but there's 4 buttons. Dedicated attack button. So also there's games with cooldowns and there's games with cast times.
Mhm.
I don't feel like you can have both in a game. Unless it's like I don't know. I don't feel like you'd have both. Unless it's like an ultimate.
I think so. I
You
think you
think
can.
so? So you can have a cast time, like I wanted the cast time to be there instead of cooldowns. So and then I wanted you to be able to at some point affect the cast times.
Mhm.
Like if you focus on, I guess, cast time reduction, spells that normally take it like forever could probably take like a second or so.
Do a Gears of War reload. So, have you ever played Gears of War?
I mean, if you do it at the right time
Yeah. So if you reload
or a
it,
spell,
yeah,
what?
I would love that. Right. So if you can time because what it is, so with the reload, you reload, it starts the animation, and while it's doing the animation, there's a bar, and it has a little notch in it, and you
Yeah.
click the reload again right at that notch. It finishes your reload
How the
early.
heck are you gonna reload a spell?
Well, it's the cast time, right? So as it's doing its casting animation, you start a mini game where it's that little bar, and if you can press it at the right time,
I can see that
then
being a passive that you can
I
add
think
on.
I think it should be on certain spells, like attack spells, and you reward people for getting it right. If they get it wrong, you punish people, so the cast time is longer. And if you don't press anything, you just let it go through. There's no penalty or reward.
I do like the concept. I remember that now. But at the same time, I'm not putting it out on every spell.
It doesn't need for every spell, but I think
that would be a nice passive to have.
I think for like certain combat spells, right? Like ones that do damage and stuff like that.
Combat spells? Isn't that the term combat?
Well, no, like a buff, I wouldn't use it for a buff. Maybe if there was like a hardened skin, I might use it. But if it's like buff attack power, it doesn't need it. Like, I wouldn't put it on that. I wouldn't put it on maybe like AoEs. I think it could be a little too powerful for AoEs.
So I'm gonna work on combat first, and then I'll work on the game itself after that. So, ultimately, I want the game to be playable via controller only. Keyboard is secondary. So you have to fit all the bindings into controller.
Any particular reason why?
I do like I miss the idea of couch co-op.
Hmm.
So at most part, like I would love to be able to have it go to split screen down the middle, like a vertical split screen. So each person has left and right. And ultimately, the only thing I really can't do, which I've tried for a long time, is networking. It's just so annoying. But
Hmm.
I wanted you to be able to couch co-op online. You know how few games do that?
Hmm.
Where you and a friend or whatever sibling can go co-op together, but you can join someone else's game, and
Yeah.
both of you are playing. So it's not three of you, four of you, 2-on-2 or whatever. So I would like that to happen. But yeah, ultimately it has to be done with controller. So aiming spells and everything, like a ground target, like an analog controlling that. Like when you start spell casting, you ever play a Tales game? Casting spells, just analog while you're casting ground target.
What about having a little bit of auto target?
Oh no, it's gonna be auto target by whatever's in
No.
front of you. But if you want it, just manually just analog.
Okay.
But you auto target what's in front of you, in your, I guess your arc.
Mhm.
So definitely want to do that first. So for now, I'm probably gonna end up just using boxes and little small symbols to represent characters, because
Mhm.
I ain't modeling characters. And another point of interest: boss fights. Do you like bosses that have gimmicks?
So if you're doing a top down something, what kind of gimmicks?
Okay, so my dungeons will be actual dungeons. Kind of wanted to randomize them a little bit, but for the most part, they're dungeons, puzzles, and things you have to solve, whether you're by yourself or with a.
Mhm.
But gimmicks like, let's say there's a shadow dungeon. I don't know, like the dungeons to start play.
Mhm.
The light at the beginning, kind of like,
Mhm.
and the boss itself can only be hurt when it's like near the light source. Otherwise, it lives in shadows.
I do like that.
So yeah, bosses like that requires some mechanic other than hitting hard to kill it.
Yeah, I do like that.
But I also want to make it so that if you're good enough, you can find other sources of this light or something. Like, I don't know, maybe you have a ring that creates a light without having to move. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that could work.
So for people who really want to min max, they just carry this ring.
Uh,
So things like that, gimmicky boss fight.
yeah, I like gimmicky boss fights, especially if it's got to do with co-op,
Yes, but oh yeah, definitely.
right? Because like anything that requires, as long as the gimmick requires coordination.
You ever played Four Swords?
Mm-mm.
Oh well. Besides the usual 3 hits, I mean, well, you know a lot of the rule of three, a lot of old school games.
Yeah.
You dodge the ball until you can hit it once, twice, third time it goes down.
Uh,
So yeah, Zelda's like that. It's pretty much you do the gimmick, which may involve hitting, like everyone's a certain color in Four Swords.
mm,
So it may shoot something at you and you kind of have to like volleyball it off each other, hit your own color.
mhm.
And when it finally hits the boss again, everyone, we call it the burn phase, I guess. You burn it down and then it's invulnerable until the mechanic is over.
Mm.
I'm not really a fan of the mechanic making the boss invulnerable completely,
Mhm.
because it just means the fight will last a long time.
Yeah,
It like artificially extends a boss fight or something.
I think if you have it where you don't have to wait for him to use a move,
Yeah.
so like the light thing, right?
Yep.
It wouldn't be like you have to throw the light at him at a certain time. Like
No, as long as
it's
the light
just
is near
as long
him.
as you have light. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that could make some interesting stuff. Like maybe you can't attack while you have the light,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
like I'm thinking. So if you're doing the Holy Trinity, right?
Yep.
So let's say it's three-party game, right?
Yep.
Tank, range, healer, right? Make it so every section you need certain things, right? So, for instance, maybe in this dark dungeon, there's a poison river that you have to wade through, right?
Mhm.
But you need a healer, right? Because you're taking damage the whole time you're wading through this river. So you have to give the light to either your ranger or your tank.
Yeah.
Right. But maybe there's a section where I don't know, the tank for some reason has to take a volley of arrows or something like that. Right. So you're going to have to give the light to the ranger because
He needs to be healed while he's thinking.
Yeah, he has to be held while he's thinking. And maybe you have to all go single file in order to get through.
The single file concept, I love that. Like the thought of like the tank actually having a usable, viable shield that can block, if not everything, depending on I guess a certain value. But like, okay, everyone line up behind the tank, or else makes the tank relevant. Other than I'm aggro.
Yeah. But I think things like that could make for an interesting gimmick, you know.
Okay.
So like even during the fight, like your DPS, might be able to tank him down, but the tank needs his shield while he has aggro.
One moment.
So.
Die on YouTube. Oh, of course it is. Feel free. All right, so let's do some tank skills real quick. I'm gonna make using PS controller for this. L1 or left shoulder button.
Why are you using PS?
Because it's the superior controller.
Use Xbox. That's the standard.
I mean, it kind of is on PC, not gonna lie, but still.
You're making a PC game, you gotta use the Xbox controller.
Fine, left shoulder button, L1, doesn't matter. Dedicated defense button. You know what? I'm gonna call it defense. So, you could change it out, of course, but whatever.
Left trigger.
Would you really want the left trigger to be like? Let me hold up an Xbox controller. Where the hell is it? I know I have one here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Would you want to use a pressure sensitive button? Or
because using the left trigger to be my block, because as a tank, that's my primary function.
Yeah.
It still leaves my thumb open to do anything else.
Well, yeah, but like left trigger, what about the shoulder? Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, no, even so.
Nah, I would prefer to be trigger because the trigger is more comfortable.
Is it?
It is.
I don't know.
At least for me when I'm holding the controller. And if it's a button I'm going to be holding a lot, probably a majority of the time I play. Yeah, I would prefer it to be one of the triggers. I would prefer left trigger because I'm just so used to right trigger being an attack button.
I'm gonna call it evasion button. Evasion button. It could be anything from blocking to teleporting to dodge rolling. So you prefer L2? Well, sorry, left trigger.
I prefer L2 for blocking. I don't know about dodging.
Interesting. Reason?
Because this is a pressure sensitive button.
Okay.
I don't know. Like if I'm dodging or teleporting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the bumpers, like L1 and L2, like feel better. I guess because they're clickier.
Yeah,
Because it's a click, it feels just snappier.
but for holding
But-
your shield up, you prefer to press the pressure.
Yeah, because I'm going to be holding it down. Right? Because like for a dodge or a teleportation, it's not something I should be holding down for a long period of time. It's something I should be tapping.
Okay, makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
So like tapping, like even for like high fire single shot guns in games,
Mm-hmm.
like it feels weird to tap the right trigger.
Oh, I see what you're
You
saying.
know?
Yeah.
But like aiming down sights, like holding left trigger feels good.
So shield slash block.
So if I were to do the teleport and dodge button, I would make the same button, right? And
Mhm.
you just change it on your class. The left trigger, I guess for like your ranger, it would be like aim. Maybe for the tank, it would be for blocking, and I don't know what you would use it for a mage.
Well, good thing for rebindable hotkeys. Heavy slash. They just need some quick tank skills. Shield bash, whatever. Keep it generic. Shield bash. Man, writing's terrible on a tablet. What else we got? What do you call it when you hit your shield and you make noise to draw aggro? What's
Just do a taunt.
taunt? Yeah, there we go. I'm like, what is it usually called? Heavy slash. Every class has a default attack button, so whatever. Charge? I don't know. I could come up with a million mage skills. When it comes to other classes, I just go poof. Ugh.
So your tank should be fairly boring, and it's okay if your tank has less controls than everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually your knight classes are a little more boring,
They can be
but
fun.
they're straightforward. They're fun because they're straightforward, and it's not a lot of flair.
E. The warrior is a tank. It's gonna be warrior as the class. Still, I need some more skills at least. I don't know.
So the taunt, you have your block, your taunt, spin to win. I guess like every game has a warrior who has a spin to win.
I'm giving that to a berserker class
Let's see.
much later on. I wanted a class to forego the shield defense for
Oh.
straight damage.
A charge skill,
Charge. Okay, I like that.
because positioning is going to be important if you're doing the Holy Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
Either a charge or a jump. It doesn't matter
Like a
which.
leap?
Just something that can move him from point A to point B really quickly.
I'm gonna go with charge. I'm gonna go for the leap as like a berserker. So
'Cause that's another thing. Like I don't care for when it's not in a game. Like for a tank, like if I'm supposed to be the one getting hit, like I need to get aggro and I need to be in a position to take a hit for somebody.
good. Mage.
But they always want to make tanks like the biggest, slowest something, and it's like, why? I'm the one who needs to move. You
Archer.
make the ranger the fastest. He doesn't need to be anywhere.
I mean, that's the whole point, is the whole mobility, and don't forget the complimentary pet. Which I'm not really a fan of rangers getting pets.
Why?
I don't know why they do
need
that.
Mobility though.
Because they need to position themselves to shoot from
And
different
then
angles.
They're going to position and then they're going to stay there. They aren't going to move.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's like, bro, give me some of your speed. I got places to be.
What
Did I
happened?
hear you say
No, speed. What did you hear? Anyway, archer. I mean, tank skills. RPG. There's the passives, which I won't focus on. These are actives right now for the most part. Oh, it's called provoke. Tank does not provoke. No, she's fully absorbed into Final Fantasy.
So we won't be seeing her for a while.
Nope. Okay, let's move on from the tank for now. Let's go with the mage, which I will fully be.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
What was that?
I don't know.
Teleport, of course. / blink.
Oh, sorry, VTubing with this, Kiki? Because Mai's thinking about it.
You said VTubing?
Yeah. Yeah?
Where's she gonna get one?
I don't have a VTuber thing.
What else are you doing with your life? You got 2 3D artists here.
Teleport?
First off, Nikki ain't making no 3D model for me.
Of course I won't.
What a terrible boyfriend. Horrible.
Nikki ain't got time for that.
Plus, there's V-Roy Studio. You can make one in like 15 minutes.
Did you spell buy wrong? Where's your buy? Where is it? About me. Me art good, you buy art. You did spell it wrong. The mages can teleport. They got the magic missile. No, I'm not gonna call it magic. I'm gonna call it arcane bolt. So the mage in my game is actually non-elemental magic. Arcane bolt. It's gonna be arcane in front of everything. Arcane orb. That's a cast skill. Bigger charge time.
Sounds complicated.
No, it's not. You have your magic missile, your small little pew pew. Then you have your
No,
ones that
I mean making up names for everything.
arcane
What
orb.
happened to the good old days of just lightning bolt, fireball?
That's gonna be
I know what those do.
elementalist. I have
What-
different classes in
What
mind.
happened to attack buff, defense buff?
Defense buff 1, 2, and 3. Arcane orb. That's a blink. We have a quick attack. We have a charge attack. Oh, mana shield, which defeats the purpose of a tank. What else we got? Nothing, Kiki? You got nothing? All right, let's move on to the archer. Summon wolf. Nah, I hate that. Power shot. The charge shot. Quick shot. I don't know. Backflip or roll.
Also, I think archer and gunner should be one class. I always feel that. I feel strongly about that.
Well,
Fight me on
unfortunately, they're not. If any class gets a gun, there's going to be an engineer class. Power shot. Wind walk. More mobility. I can't think of anything else. Arrow rain. That seems like a high tier skill, but. Oh, arrow skill. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Archer, use your arrow skill. What? Your arrow skill. It's called arrow skill. Okay, heals. Because it's top down, the heals. How would they work? I know how.
What do you mean?
If it's a 4-person party, it would have to be like when you cast a heal on a single target, a menu would have to pop up that corresponds each directional face to like a radio
Make a
menu.
move. Make a move.
Well, no, but like
Make it so they have to have line of sight, and they have to be looking at least in the general direction. So whoever they're choosing has to be in a cone. And
Right.
yeah, I get that, but it's like, what if you heal the wrong person?
Are you
that's your fault.
Are you thinking about God damn it, I don't like hearing my voice. You're thinking about Tails right now, aren't you?
Well, no, in Tails. Oh, they do have that. You can just cycle through the people you're targeting. I would go with that. But I like the idea. I like the healer moving. I forgot what they call it when the healer just stands on the side and the back, just pumping out heals for no reason.
Yeah, and that's why no one ever wants to play a healer. Like in Guild Wars, like you could make big money from being a healer. In Guild Wars 1?
Yeah. Because they're
like,
relevant
people-
beyond the.
Yeah, because like every party needed a healer, but no one wanted to play healer because you just sit there and click on the person you want to heal and then heal them.
So, do you heal the ground? Do you like ground target and leave like little healing orbs?
It depends on the spell. I think there should be like AoE heals that like you put down an orb and it's up to everybody else to go inside that circle.
Yep.
You know? But I think you should also do like stronger targeted spells.
Definitely.
Which force you to like force the healer to get into like tanking range, you know?
I mean, if they're a healer and aggro happens anyway, they're gonna get wrecked. Let me stop.
Like the less the distance between them and the target, I think the stronger the heal should be.
Proximity heals?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Or at least skills that have proximities. But yeah, because I think like having the risk of your healer being in tank range, even if it means your healer can be like 2 or 3 shot, I think should be a lot more worth it than your healer being able to just sit back with the ranger and play easy mode.
That makes sense.
It also forces your tank to work harder, right? So if you're using where it's a usable shield, right? So it would force your healer to have to line up behind your tank, or if your healer's in a bad position, it would force your tank to use a movement skill to get in between him and a boss while he heals like the DPS.
So much goes into like designing combat, but that's why it's fun.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is going to be sure that everyone at every point is
relevant,
moving and doing something.
Okay, so for the first boss, spider. Let's go for spider. What game was it? What's the game where you're shrunken and you're in a backyard?
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
I forgot what it's called.
What the game's called.
But there's a arachnophobia mode where the spiders all become like this blob with eyes. Or what was it? I don't remember.
Sounds horrifying.
No, it's
arachnophobia mode.
Arachnophobia mode. It's called Grounded.
Yeah, Grounded.
See, Kiki? This is what they look like. They become little blobs. Because
to not scare off people.
That was nice of them to add that, though.
See?
What do they look like regularly?
Like that?
Oh.
Some people just scare the spiders. Okay. Let's do a quick UI mockup. Your skills are your 4 face buttons. And you can hold, I guess, R1 to change them.
Her rig is awful. Does symmetry mode work when you don't have a symmetrical model?
What do you mean symmetry mode?
With for weight painting, if you have symmetry turned on?
Oh, you gotta turn it on and scroll down on the right side where it says symmetry. I don't think
But
it's no, it's X.
does it
Why'd you
work?
say X?
What do you mean?
You don't want to enable that. You want to enable under options. No,
I
no,
can.
not that
Here?
mirror. No, below that. This X. I don't know why yours just says X, but X. Right? Like X and then paint.
What do you got? This?
Oh, don't have symmetry on the top. Paint it on.
Huh? What do you mean?
You see how there's symmetry X and there's options X?
Oh yeah.
So what are you trying to do? Paint for the other
What?
bone?
No, they're the same thing.
No, they're not. The difference between 1 and 2.
When I have the one at the top here,
Where's your... Mine is
if I
different.
the one that's just as X, if I click it, it turns the thing on at the top. Oh, it does. Okay, it doesn't care about my topology. Oh, it does care about my
No,
topology.
what I was concerned with is... You know how you have bones on the left and the right?
My bones
Like
on
your
the-
arms, arm left and arm right bones?
Yeah.
If you have the X painted, when you paint on one, it paints for the other.
Yeah, but I was wondering if it, because my shirt's not symmetrical.
Oh,
Right.
okay. That makes
So
sense.
I was wondering if it would still paint over to the other side, but I think
Gotcha.
it does.
I don't know. Okay. If it works for you.
We'll find out. I better save. That might crash my. Double check. Because I find Blender's rigging to be
Perfect.
extremely.
Perfect.
That's not at all the word I would use.
Perfect.
I won't crash doing anything else except for rigging.
I never crash during rigging.
You don't?
No, I don't.
You crash all the time while rigging. Oh, can I? What if I? What if I were harder than? Oh, that doesn't do the desired effect. That isn't that what it at all.
Do I even want there to be items in this game? Probably not. Nah.
No?
I don't know.
What kind of items?
Like a potion or something? I guess. Yeah, guess. Kind of
Nah.
potion. I don't
If
know.
you're gonna have Diller, don't do potions.
Yeah, but what if you're playing by yourself?
Ooh, you better find some friends.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's a plan. I guess that's a great. Because I guess it's too much to pray that the AI won't suck.
He says too much of what?
To pray that the AI won't suck.
Oh, yeah.
Leave you high and dry when you most need it.
I did want to do AI. Because I did want to not have to deal with making a dungeon for single player and multiplayer.
Mm.
But AI is usually okay for not high level play. I don't think I'd want this to be I'll probably go for the typical hotkey bar instead of something like this, because I'm not a fan of looking on either side of the screen to see what skills are equipped. But the UI design is not important. Huh?
I guess you do have to make the game for the dumbest person who's going to play it.
Like
I personally find that to be redundant. I don't need to know what skill I have equipped. I equipped it.
I guess I see what you're saying, but so you're not a fan of having like a hotkey bar or anything. What about your items?
The items are the exception, right? Because like if like you can cycle out items, like if there's only a few items, like if there's a potion, and like with Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's the Estus and that's your healing item, like it's fine if it's a button. Like, and I'll know that's the button, you know. No, I think you can change out the Estus in Dark Souls, but I was just using that as an example. Like, it's the healing item. I'm okay if there's a healing button.
Okay. Why is it not working? Align to artboard.
If you can change it out on the fly, I would like to know what's going on.
Going to go with
what incarnations? What in the Dagnab Flabbergaston?
oh. I'll call this resource. It could be anything from mana to stamina. No.
Did you hear my computer pretty much cough?
Yeah.
Your computer cough?
The fan just rev up.
Yeah, really hard.
Okay, another design question. Warrior type classes not having a mana bar, having a different resource, or just classes having different resources altogether.
I'm okay with that. Because it's essentially the same.
Yeah, it's essentially the same, pretty much.
Like Black Desert tried to fool me with that. I know what it is. I know that my mana bar is just yellow.
Okay, so top down size. Where is this tiny?
Oops. Oh,
all right, we're finally
Wow.
to the fun part of the actual put it into practice. Wish it wasn't so hot in here.
You never put on the air conditioner.
True. Okay, Unreal Engine 4.
Oh, what is this? What the heck is this
We're
attached?
going to prototype all this in blueprints because you're that way.
Gonna make me a believer, Nikki? Are you gonna make me get into this top down?
Oh yeah. Dang, Unreal takes forever to open.
Unreal and Unity. I got things to do. Chop chop.
Wait, where's your bones for your tassel things?
I don't have them yet. I don't have the ones for the hairy yet. I'm just trying to make this work. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time getting it on.
Are you confident with the shape keys for like the mouth and eyes and everything?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll probably go in and I think I'll give her a face rig and then sculpt the rest.
Did you say face rig?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sounds painful. But then again, you said you were doing both. You're making an actual rig for her.
Oh, by the way, I kind of sort of fixed my lavender rig.
Was it broken?
You remember how I said it was like super laggy?
Oh yeah.
And that I was thinking it was because of her scale.
Okay.
And I think that's what it was. Because I had come in here into the little orange box and changed. Oh, no. I went to the world settings and changed the scale.
Just changing world scale not change anything?
No.
It
so
does? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I've made several.
Yeah, so even though the numbers like over on in the hidden menu are the same, they're actually incredibly large.
They're incredibly what?
Incredibly big.
Oh.
So
Make a new game. Let's call this. We're gonna call this Whimsical.
Oh, my girlfriend wants to be in our call.
You said your girlfriend wants to be a what?
In our call? In our chat?
Feel free. Just gotta promise to not be lazy. No one gets the joke? You know what? Y'all suck.
No, I get the joke. I know it's. Can you please turn me down on your headset? It's killing me. Okay. Jeez.
Let me
Oh, I already did.
Oh, cool.
The question is if she'll what was it? File open.
Alright, here we are at Unreal. It's been quite some time since I've actually opened this program. So hopefully I do remember how to like use it. It's gonna be that hard, right? Let's do this by 5, make the stage a lot bigger. Oh no. X and Y by 5. Let's save this real quick. Test map.
My sim trying to live her life.
Well, first things first is to make get the movement working. Come on. Xbox controller working good. Okay, cool.
All right, so I was going to show you Bubbling, right? And how it's those things. So we have Lavender, right? And she is 1.57 meters. That's roughly like 6 feet.
Okay.
So even though she's rating correctly there, her unit scale is like 0.1 in this world. But because of that, all of the calculations are adding this 0.1 into it.
That actually affects it. Okay.
Yeah. And so even though the dimensions of her are right, when it's calculating like the animation, she's massive. Because she's 15 meters tall.
She's a titan.
Yeah, she's a titan. What is that? That's she's 50 feet tall.
And I'll say it again. I did not know that scale had anything to do with it, especially since it's like an infinite scaling.
Because yeah, like even like moving her around, like even not animating, just like moving her could be a little choppy sometimes. She's still a little choppy in the new file where I fixed her, but it's a lot less.
Older, call it blueprints.
So yeah, if ever like you import something from like ZBrush or something like that, and it comes in too big, just scale the model down by a factor of 10 and apply the transforms.
We'll see what happens then. I mean, don't use ZBrush often, but I will be as of now because
game design. Like any program that doesn't just have to use.
I just realized you're showing this in the other screen. I'm like, why is it not on your screen? I'm like, okay, see. But I see. Good rig. Wait, where'd you get the rig from?
I made it. It's a Frankenstein.
Huh. Oh, yeah, let's take you. That reminds me of that the meme where the kid is like being interviewed and he's all happy and he just starts crying randomly.
Yeah.
Like, do you miss your parents? No, I don't miss them.
But yeah, this rig has everything. Like even the this weird like tail thing, this front tail thing. Yeah, one of these controls has a slider. Where is it? Oh, because I'm in the wrong menu, that's why. So it pivots, right? It's got a pivot slider, and when you move it, it affects.
This rig visible.
Yeah, so it affects how her hips move. So it's like an ab crunch when it's at 1, but it's when it's not, it is. Oh, is it broken?
It's just showing it to me that it's broken.
Yeah, it's because I'm showing it to you. Look away.
Alright.
Just don't look at it. Yeah, just don't look at it and overwork. Damn it. Oh, it did break. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't need to be doing this right now. I'm doing other things. This is not important right now, and I don't need to be doing this.
Okay, I'm back.
Nobody cares.
Why did you break? How did you break? Oh. I know how this works.
So, in order to use our own blueprints, our own pawn, we have to make our own game mode. So, we're gonna make our game mode called... Nope, no, don't build the world. Blueprints, game mode, create. Game mode. Let's call this... project RPG game mode. No. Game mode project RPG. Doesn't matter what I name it, but I'm still gonna name it that. Okay, now that we have our game mode, we have to set this as our default. And now we could change the player controller of the pawn and okay. Make a new blueprint. Let's call it character. Unit. I'm gonna call it unit.
There we go. I got it to work. Yeah, so what this thing does, so when it's set to 0, you can see her like chest like moves forward.
Yeah.
But when it's set to 1,
Why is this dude showing up so late to my Sims apartment? What you want, man? It's kind of creepy.
It only moves her hips.
Wait, what's the point of having a rig like that, though?
So, it allows for like certain movements. So, for instance, like when one allows her to do sit-ups while the other allows her to like hang from a door and like lift her legs.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And it's you would think it's not a big deal, but they're two like distinctly different movements. But yeah, that's what this is for. Not that it's needed, but I thought it was cool.
Make me not want to be an animator. That sounds stressful, honestly.
Like, could you imagine like getting a review and someone telling you your sit-up looks too much like a crunch?
Okay, so the cool thing about Unreal is that everything can be inherited. So the unit, I said so a lot. We're gonna make a unit, which all units in this game will have a name and a health bar. So let's add that as a variable. See, when you become aware of things you do passively, like don't say it. Health bar. And that's going to be an integer value with a default value of 100 for no apparent reason, but everything starts with 100 life. And then change that so it's calculated based on another stat. Everything has a boolean. Oh no. Which is true or false. a Boolean value, which is B is invulnerable. So NPCs cannot die. And everything has a name.
Right.
So everything has a health bar, everything has a name. What else does everything have in an RPG? I guess that's the determining factor for most things. And now we can right click and make a child. Enemy and player. And just for the sake of this, I'm going to make my player a cube.
Oh,
Sake of like demoing this.
it's a dust bunny. Look, Nikki.
That's terrifying.
It actually moves. Look.
That is super terrifying. This dust bunny is the size of an actual rabbit, and it's hopping around the middle of the floor. This is gonna symbolize the front. Let's put it in a level. Cool. And we need a camera to follow it. Attached to a spring arm. Rotate it high. Oh no, wrong rotation. Must set my default pawn to be the player. Camera zoomed in a bit too close. Let's make that about 1200. Still too close. 1600. File. Perfect. We just gotta add movement. I forgot to do that. Oh, here it is. So move forward, left thumbstick, X, no, to Y axis, up and down. And move right. Don't go sideways, move sideways. Left thumbstick, Y axis. Move forward, axis, and move right. No, move side. And where's the move side? Did I not do it properly? Probably didn't. Oh, I spelled move wrong. There it is. So get forward, no. Add movement input. Let's copy, paste you. Get forward vector. Get right vector. This should work for movement. Did it crash? Was it just frozen? Please don't tell me this crashed. Okay, there we go.
Oof,
I would have been
that-
upset. Look at even. Does up work? Oh, no. Why is it going left and right? Okay, I mean, at least it's moving. But that's broken. Oh, I put same. So Y
Tell me you
and
didn't want to be on.
left thumbstick. X axis. Hey. Up, down, left, right. So we have our character moving.
Let's work on the chain, I guess.
Now I want it to rotate the correct way. Wait, is this a... Oh.
Hello?
Hey,
How come I didn't even hear you join? Hi.
Wait.
Oh, I'm in
someone-
streamer mode, that's why.
Oh, I didn't even hear it either, actually.
I'm like, who's
Hello?
this person? We don't let randos in here.
Oh, okay, I'll go now. No, you're fine.
I seem to have
I'm just
lost
kind
it.
of doing our own thing.
Where?
I was about to ask, what's everyone doing?
Our own
Hi.
thing.
I am playing The Sims, trying to get my sim to live her best life right now.
Oh,
Yeah. She doing alright.
Window. I'm making a game.
you're making a game?
Yes. Trying to
Ooh.
anyway.
We're gonna.
Okay, so.
Hmm.
I keep saying so. I gotta stop saying so. Stupid streaming habits.
Boo.
I'm trying so hard not to say it.
What's wrong with saying so?
Even hard. Can't speak.
oh, my goose. Oh, never mind. It's not too bad. Everything's okay.
Oh no, it's broken. I don't know what that was.
That.
I don't know. It was something.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought life was terrible. Life isn't so bad.
Please don't break. Please don't break. No, it's broken.
Life can actually suck. It can really, really suck. Ugh.
So why is... I feel discriminated against.
You feel discriminated against? Why?
Because this isn't doing what I wanted to.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There we
Alright.
go. Second try. We have our character moving now.
hey.
Ooh.
Okay, another game design thing. Do you like lock on?
What do you mean?
Okay. So if you have your enemy in front of you,
Mhm.
there's usually a soft lock where you face your enemy a little bit, and your
Mhm.
spells will target that enemy. But if you hold a button, perhaps that you lock onto this target, and when you move, you kind of like circle around it while still facing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sometimes I guess it depends on the game. Like, are you? Yeah, I guess it just depends on the game. Like,
Okay.
is it a twin stick?
It's not a twin stick.
Kinda?
It could be a twin stick. No, it's not a twin stick. Actually, no, I wouldn't do a lock on, a hard lock. Yeah, I wouldn't. That would kill things. So, time to make our lock on system. I lost my mouse. Where'd it go? Oh, okay, here it is. Let's rename you to Master Enemy. And this will be Master Unit. And this will be Master Player.
How did you drop full on eggs on the floor?
Yeah, Sims are klutz.
They are.
She's so unhappy.
Because she needs to eat.
That's the plum bob, right? Is that what it's
Yes.
called?
It's a plum bob, yes.
Such a weird name.
It's been around for generations. We do not make fun of the plum bob. The plum bob is God.
Yeah, I wonder where it got its name from. Like, I should do research on this.
Oh no. Will you have time to shower? Let us see. Run. Run, Phoenix, run.
Wait, this is an actual thing in real life?
Showering?
No, the
I
plum bob.
assume. Oh. Wait, there's a such thing as plum bob in real life?
That's this crystal that hangs from a
Oh. That's interesting.
But if Sims is actually identify a sim that was grouped up with you on a date, the shade of blue would reveal blah 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 blah. The Sims know it's there. That's kind of.
It is kind of
aware
creepy.
of the crystal floating above your head.
I mean, they're aware of us as well. Like, they will signal to you, hey,
Yeah,
I need your help with something.
we're God, and they named us Watuni.
Yes, with Tootie.
I've heard that one.
Wait, no, Wyatt was talking about it at one
Was it
point.
Wyatt? Is that
He
what
was
it is?
emphasizing on it really hard, too.
Yeah, because I had a whole crisis. Like when I realized that,
Oh, yeah.
like when I realized I'm Watuni, like
Stop saying it out loud.
what Watuni?
Oh my goodness.
It's so weird. What's Tootie? What's the term for bathroom? It was like what is it? It was like started with an S, I think.
I don't know Simlish.
Of course you do.
Nope. Alright, this enemy is gonna be a slime. It's the default generic RPG enemy. Not a boar, or slime, or a goblin of some sort.
Oh no! The dust bunnies have appeared again. They're actually really cute.
Here is my materials.
You could choose to step on them.
Material slime.
Nope. Nope.
Know what would be a great co-op game for stream? You remember this game, Full Metal Furies?
Yes. I was still telling you that I wanted to play It Takes Two. Game is cute.
I'll play It Takes Two.
Well, it only takes two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Making a green material here.
You can play with Janine.
He doesn't play games with me.
She don't play games
I
with you?
literally just told you that I wanted to play an MMO with you.
Because I cried about it.
Oh, what?
That's not why. That's not why.
Do you really cry?
Almost.
We used to go on adventures and have a good time. Like we used to see like big vast worlds and stuff, and we'd go on these adventures, and now she hates me.
Oh my goodness. We were also in a very long distance relationship, and that was our quality time.
Aww.
And then now that we're together, she stopped loving me.
You see, when you're living together, you kind of grow apart. You find your own space in your own side of the house, and that's your space.
I don't want my own space. I want to play games with my girlfriend.
You're speaking to Nikki right now. This is what he wants. This is all that he wants.
I have a whole list just waiting.
Is that so much to ask?
Yes,
I told
yes,
you.
it is.
I told you I wanted to play an MMO with you.
But what you guys playing, huh?
Like, I want to play Black Desert again, but we don't talk about that.
I would love to play Black Desert again, but they fucked me, so...
Yeah, that really sucks.
Okay, so these are slimes.
How long can a chain be for a jiggle bone? How long should a chain be for a jiggle bone?
As long as you want it to be.
How many bones would you put in these straps?
4.
You put 4?
Yes. Except your stream is offline, so let's go look at it on
What?
Discord.
Oh my gosh. Dang it. There we go. I've been working this whole time and...
I just
Alright.
need a new MMO that isn't what's currently out there.
Fine.
But Blue Protocol? We're
This is
all
why
up
we-
for Blue Protocol when it comes out?
I'm definitely up for that when it does, if it ever does come
Mhm.
out.
Next year. 2022.
Is that like confirmed?
It's the projected.
So 2023?
Yeah, because they're trying to get the Japanese servers out by the end of this year.
Oh, we're still doing that with the Japanese release first?
Yeah.
I thought we were done with those times.
No.
Unless it's a Korean RPG, but if it's a Japanese game, I was expecting Bandai Namco to.
Bandai Namco.
I was thinking of that exactly. In SoCal back then.
I think it's probably to limit their backlash if anything goes wrong.
Oh, I see. Give them time to develop further.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do I go about making a auto target? Forgot.
Man, I'm gonna have to make a collider. I don't know how to make a collider.
Dang, I forgot how to do this.
You forgot?
I did. It's a math function. I just don't remember what it was.
What?
Not
only that. Oh.
Square, no. Determining if something is in front of. Dot product, there we go. I need to make a new variable. And we're going to make this variable I guess for practice this is fine. Main target. That's going to be a unit.
Now, if I had to set this one train, you do sequence.
Movement. So to get forward vector. I forgot! No!
You forgot what?
Dang it! How to determine if something's in front of something else.
I don't want to break this. I better save. I haven't saved in a while. Save the word. Save. Everyone save.
I save every 5
No.
seconds.
Every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I literally press Control S like every 5 seconds. Like
Oh,
every time I click
Do
an
you?
action. Yeah. I click an action, Control S.
Smart man. Very smart man.
Thank
The
you.
work of an artist.
I think my player needs a vision radius. So let's make a sphere. Collision sphere.
What? I don't want to. Oh God.
Wait, did I log on?
So how do I? How do?
Make this variable, let's call it vision radius. Vision radius.
What the heck, man?
That's going to be an int.
It's my campaign on that.
On construction, vision radius is going to determine, why is it called W?
If I want a panel.
Hmm?
Vision sphere.
You want to what now?
I'm trying to paint on something and I can't. How, Nikki, how do I, let's say I have a model made of multiple parts. How do I disable part of it? Or at least hide it? Or
You press M.
M?
Yeah, what are you trying to, what part of it? Like the sleeve or just that? You press M
Oh, no.
and then you can press L to, is it attached?
It's attached.
Oh, well, go back to the model.
Or no, it's not attached. Like, or the vertices? No.
Yeah, okay, so press M.
Yes. This is exactly what I want.
Oh, so I mean, I guess I'm delayed a bit, but Yeah,
MNL. Thank you.
no problem.
You
So
know what I
what
realized?
does L
Go ahead.
do, though?
Happened?
Is it?
Go ahead. You both can talk. It's fine. It's not that
what-
important.
What were you gonna say?
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, I know an MMO we can all play together. That's gonna be fun.
Guild Wars?
Palia.
Oh, Polya's gonna be fun too, but Polya's never coming out.
No, it will come out. They have updates every single day on characters and stuff. I'm on their Discord.
I get that, but until it's out, it's never coming out.
Wow, that optimism is infectious.
That's how I feel about most MMOs. Like, what's the other one? Hytale?
Hytale is
I think they announced 2023.
ew.
This game was announced like 2 years ago. So,
That's a little iffy there, but no, Palia, they're constantly always talking about stuff, and their official art is actually really nice. Cute. hmm But continue what you guys were saying, please.
oh no, we're done.
But Ryan, weren't you like asking him something or something?
I don't know what I was asking. But it wasn't that important.
You sure?
Oh no, broke that chain right there.
Probably.
Okay.
If it becomes dire, I'll know.
Okay.
Trust me, I'll know.
Oh no, this is too big. Vision radius too big. Make it 600.
Have I been? Oh, I think I'm okay. I'm okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Who are you talking to?
Make it visible.
Whoever's listening.
It's self-soothing
Oh,
technique.
it's okay, Wyatt. It's okay.
What is it though?
Everything will be daijobu.
I don't know what that weeaboo word means.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And my controller fell and I went to go grab it, but I hit my hand on the table instead. Okay.
Well, I have to go out to the fellas. They're going through things right now. It's okay.
Is it?
Yes, it's okay.
The sphere is still too big. 65? That's a good radius for vision.
What's the lifespan of an average 3D artist?
Give or take
Wow.
a week or two?
Hopefully, a very, very long time. Huh, Janine?
Are you worried about something?
This is stressful. Y'all don't understand.
I mean, my writing gets to that point sometimes, so I kind of get it.
On overlap.
Are you at the point where you want to like drop everything and cry in a corner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On overlap.
Why are
Add
you bending backwards though?
add to an array. We're gonna call this array. Can I compile it?
Pardon my yawning.
So I promote you to a variable. Guess I'll make a new one. Let's call this target. Target all. And this will be target main. Going to be an array. What is the set?
Why? Tell me the one.
So, guys, how's your pupper doing?
No. Terrible.
No.
Horrible.
terrible, horrible.
Uh-huh.
What
Just like
did
all the rest of life.
Oh, what happened?
She's somewhere.
She's somewhere. Okay.
She's asleep on her blanket.
Oh,
Has to be an actor. Shoot.
God, anything dog related is depressing right now. Uh, what is here on the YouTubes?
That's right. You didn't need them anyways. You have us. I mean, we are paying you.
I know.
You guys are giving me money. You're not adorable puppies that I get to walk around the block for work. Lord.
So target all.
That's like that.
Add this to
That's-
an array
Yeah.
for each.
Why is y'all tripping so hard?
I need a new headset. This one is like crumbling.
Get. I don't know. I'm talking to myself. For each element in this loop, I
No,
want
it's
to.
not good to talk to yourself.
If I need to organize my thoughts, it is. For each element in this loop, I want to get distance. Oh wait. Get distance, distance. To self.
What was that? Was that fun? Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
I think I'm doing.
So things me and my family greatly. Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. See? Awesome. Okay. Okay. Life isn't so bad. Never mind. That absolutely broke. That absolutely broke. So
Oh no.
I had this working before and I can't remember.
the finger.
You both seem stressed right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you look, oh, why would it switch? I don't want it to be calculating at all times.
Just like I think. Yes. Can I diesel? Nope. I can diesel. Can I weight paint all at the same time? File.
Let's calculate the distance for just one of them. So get all actors of class on the event tick, which we should never do. Of enemy.
So did you guys see the Monster Hunter Rise and Okami collab?
I saw it, didn't watch it. Like I saw the link or the
It's like-
post.
Really, really cool.
Oh.
I tell
Really,
you guys
Jane?
that I don't support Monster Hunter.
You say you don't support
You
Monster
don't
Hunter?
support it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So apparently, we're the monster.
Yeah, that's why it's called Monster Hunter.
You're the monster
Exactly.
because all those dinosaurs are trying to do is take
Dinosaurs.
care of their monster dinosaur things. They're trying to take care of their babies, and you're going around like slaughtering entire
Shouldn't have had
families.
babies.
We're-
We shouldn't have had babies then. That's their fault.
We're trying to
I mean,
survive.
technically, we don't need their armor and stuff to
Yes,
survive.
yes, we do.
No, we
Do
don't.
you not see the calamities that we must defend?
Most of the time, we're just hunting to be hunting.
So if a Teosha came around, we're not gonna take it down. For the record, Teosha is this giant lion thing that like spews fire everywhere.
You just
I don't
wanted
think-
to upgrade your armor. That's it.
Just because I want a shiny new hat doesn't make me a bad person. It has to die.
Oh my.
And sometimes, like a lot of the monsters, the bigger ones, you know, they affect nature, and they have to be
Yeah.
destroyed.
This kind of reminds me of a video that made me very sad, Monster Hunter wise. Where is it? Do I have it here?
Typical I Am Legend moment.
Wow. I'm not gonna find it, aren't I?
Nope, because you're looking for it.
Yes, that's the problem.
Oh, dot product. I need you to work for me right now. Subtract actor B's location. Get world location of your mesh.
What is the
From
I'm
actor
blanking on the
A's
name.
location. Get world location of my mesh. Of
Thank you.
what?
What's the monster's name? That's like all black, looks like a cat,
All black looks like a cat.
like a leopard. It has feathers that like flare out of the
Nargacuga?
tail. Yes, there we go. Nargacuga.
Oh, I know what video you're talking about.
Yes. This made me incredibly sad, and I was like, we are really monsters, aren't we? So awful. Watch and
But that
cry.
armor set gonna look nice though.
Oh my goodness.
It makes you look like a ninja too.
Why? I feel like you would cry watching this video. So yeah,
Normalize the
shot.
vector.
I'm a man. I don't cry.
Mhm. Even men cry, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's everything wrong with that. It's not manly.
Oh my.
Dot product of this and the forward vector.
Is masculinity even masculine if it's not toxic?
What?
Cosine. Is it cosine?
Fall Guys is so cute.
You playing Fall Guys next? Once? Yeah.
Oh no, I was just looking at this trailer, the new stuff that they got. They're
Man.
explorers now. Oh, that's so cute.
Right.
The arm.
No, print the dang thing. For like 0.2 seconds.
Is it the lower arm? Is that what it is? Is that what you want from me?
I gotta delete all the other ones, just make sure that this is correct. I think I did this wrong.
Fall Guys is adorable.
0, negative 0, negative 0, negative 0, 1. 0.
Oh no, she's all beat up.
Who got beat up?
The Narakuga.
Oh, you're actually watching the video.
Yeah.
Aw. Yes, it'll bring you to tears.
0, negative 1. 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1. Well, negative 1 is facing.
That's the problem.
Negative 1 is facing.
Nikki, did slime come out today?
Oh, it did. And Dragon Maid, that's tomorrow. We'll get on that. I'm going to call this target indicator. Going to be hidden for now. Actually, let's just leave it there.
Janine, are you crying? Is it getting to you?
It's tugging at some heartstrings.
Oh.
But I don't
Yeah.
cry.
You don't cry?
Why
'Cause
it's
you're a
crying.
man, right?
Where'd she go?
What would you guys do if me and Janine happened to turn into men overnight? Nikki's face.
So Wyatt and I have this conversation quite often. He said we'd be homies. That's about it.
Homies as in just friends?
Just friends. He's a lot straighter than I am.
Why are you looking at me? Hmm? Hmm? Yes. Can I help you?
I'm waiting for your answer, mister.
Hmm? Hmm? Hmm?
I already know Nikki's answer. It's, I don't know. That's exactly it.
But there's a
Like,
possibility.
It's like,
Because,
babe,
like, I know that if Wyatt were to meet himself, he'd probably end up experimenting with himself.
Wait, like another male version?
Yeah,
Or,
like another version of him. Like a male version of him.
No, if I were to meet myself, the first thing we would do was fight. Because it would freak me out and it would freak him out. Then we'd both be freaked out. And there can only be one. I don't know if we would finish the fight because then at some point we would wonder, is it okay to touch ourselves?
oh my god.
Or will that make a paradox?
Here's some real questions.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Break the vector. Break
You don't
the
think about these things like
vector. Bang.
atrocities could happen. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe can strike.
But he's already told me that if we swap genders, that he'd let me put it in him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's interesting. I never thought about that.
Oh my.
We have a lot of these conversations.
Probably more often than we should.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty open. It's cool. We tend to have like these small talks every now and then too.
Flip flop? Not flip flop. Branch.
Oh, he brought the chicken ice cream?
Kiki, have you asked him what he would do if you turned into a gummy worm?
Oh, what?
Oh my goodness.
I would hope to God.
I think I'll eat it now.
Okay, you've got to tell me what Ryan's response was to that if you asked him that.
So I asked him if I turned into a gummy worm, would he eat me? And he said no. So I was like, oh, well, what's wrong with me? Am I a gross gummy worm? He said he would keep me in a Tupperware container forever. And he would take me out of my Tupperware container every now and then to lick me.
The goal is, by the time I get old and on my deathbed, she'll be worn down.
Oh,
If it's less than 1.
that's interesting. I like that. It's weirdly cute. Nikki, what would you do if I turned into a gummy worm then?
I'm sorry. You're gonna die.
What kind of response is that?
You see, I gotta take you out of your misery. If you're a gummy worm, are you sentient? Are you experiencing life?
Well, Janine, am I?
I would assume so. Like, I would hope Wyatt would take me out of the container, like put me in his pocket and take me for walks. And
I can't do that. Like, what happens if, like, you fall out of my pocket and then, like, a flock of pigeons comes and attacks?
See, that's a lot more of a torture than, just ending it immediately.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
really about that.
You'll be a part of me forever. Well,
Like, if you were a gummy worm,
Proud.
like, taking...
No. So, okay, Nikki, if you were a gummy worm, what I would do is, let me think on that for a moment.
hmm?
Oh, snap. If you're a gummy worm, are you immortal?
Yes.
I guess,
unless you
technically.
get eaten.
So you're just stuck there until, like, some ants find you or something?
Maybe.
Well,
Oof.
okay, so if you're sentient, you're aware of what's going on, I guess I would not feel comfortable putting you in Tupperware and leaving you there. Like you said, I would have to put you out of your misery. Into my belly you go, unfortunately. But you would live on in...
In the sewers? In the New York sewers?
Suddenly, my
That's
answer
sad.
seems
With
so
the-
inhumane.
You said the same
I
thing!
know, but you judged me for it.
Oh my god. That's a fun question, though.
Oh wait, no target. Target? No target. Oh, not less than 1. What?
Oh.
If it's less than 1, it's
I have a
Okay, right.
question for you guys. It's cereal soup. Why or why not?
what? Is cereal soup? Yeah, technically.
Cereal is soup.
Yeah, technically.
So does that mean that a pool is also soup?
Cool.
No.
What the
Well,
Why not?
Well, define soup. What do you define soup as first?
So, a pool is not soup because of our definition of food. A human is edible, but a human isn't eatable.
Okay. Fair. Okay.
If this is less than 1, then that means it's in range. In
It's like
range.
that would stop. Like, technically, you can eat a spoon, but like if you put a spoon in a cup of water, that doesn't make it soup.
Hmm.
The heck?
Interesting.
Not doing
Interesting.
what I needed to do. If the
You okay over there?
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh,
You sure?
no.
If the dot product is less than 1.0,
What in the world? What in tarnations?
what is less than 1 again? If it's less than 1, that means it's targeted.
There's Nope, that's wrong. Yep, that's wrong. Nope, never mind. Yep, wrong. Move on. I got this. I got this. Bam. Boop. Sorry.
Why is
Okay.
that condition
Bam.
always...
Boop.
Oh, it's less than...
Bada bop.
Oh, it's 0.1.
All right,
I
guys.
think.
Yes.
Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Neither. Both of them are. But
You have to choose one.
This is 0.
So do I just sound like Darth Vader, or do I actually have his same breathing problems?
The same breathing problems.
Yeah, no, I'd rather talk like Yoda.
Yeah, I'd rather talk like Yoda.
Same. Nikki?
Like if
Oh, wait,
it
with
were
the same
just
breathing problems?
Yeah.
So you
If
like
it
the
were
whole
just the
ventilator and
sound.
everything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yoda.
Okie dokie.
like if it were just the sound, like you breathe the same as you are now, but like it's amplified like super loud, I would choose the Darth Vader.
I see. I think it's just like you sound exactly like him kind of thing.
This is 0.1. And this is negative 0.1.
And that's for why? For why? Why would you do this?
Yeah, negative 0.1 is the... Set the target indicator.
Oh. Wow, I have to go through every single one of these bones.
If it's less than 0.1, that means it's
Man,
sure, which means in target range. But if it's not,
Lord, my. Oh, why is that? This.
get world location of the cube. Get the world location of the cube. Split that into struct. Copy.
Okay, here's another one. Would you guys rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Lose the ability to lie.
Yeah. But then you'd just be telling everyone the truth all day, every day. Like, you could not hold back anything.
But if you believed everything, that would be, I think that'd be far worse. I don't find myself lying in everyday life, so.
I would believe anything because if you can't lie, you ruin your ability to like tell jokes.
I mean, the internet will destroy you. If you go on Reddit for a split second or Facebook, you're gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully it all cancels everything out. Because if you see a flat earth and a round earth thing, hopefully that would, because you can't believe them both. Right?
And then you're stuck in a paradox.
Yeah, you're just kind of going forever on. I think. This is a tough one, actually.
Less than 0.75.
I don't know, because, like, I have some family members that I can't not lie to.
I totally get that. Yeah, it's rough. Like, sometimes you just you don't really want to lie, but you want to kind of like, what's the term? Yeah, there you go. You want to stress the truth.
Like, just to avoid drama. Like, it's just easier sometimes.
It definitely is. I think I'd rather believe everything. Because if that at that point, I could just look at something and counteract it with something else. And I just keep that going forever and forever.
Oh, does it bounce back and forth though?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. So if you believe everything, you would believe, like, once again, the flat earther thing. If someone talks about flat earth, you believe them. So you have to go and look at, regular circular earth stuff. You believe that. And then you're good. Just keep counteracting it.
You keep like a bunch of flashcards in your pocket of absolute truth.
Yes.
Exactly. Good idea.
Like, you just have to hope that, like, you don't run into a Karen who's like, my husband is the president of the United States.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Yeah.
You're like, Donald Trump is going to be president again and he's going to release me from jail. I don't want to be like, oh snap, she's right.
The good thing is, even though you believe it, doesn't mean you're going to actually act on it, you know? That's another thing. So that's the loophole to that.
Okay, soft targeting works with one target now.
Ooh, another good one. Would you guys rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year?
My money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Because I haven't earned that much. Hey.
Okay, so if we lose all the money we've earned, how does that work? So what if it's been spent? What if it's been spent?
It's retracted. Or you go into negatives.
Oh my goodness. So rent would destroy me. Oh well. Who needs a home?
Move to Texas, you'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, this year hasn't been too great. Would I mind losing all those memories?
What?
But then
You would lose 8 months of memories?
actually, no, I guess not, because I've learned a lot in this time too. But the world has not been generous.
Money will come and go. Okay.
I don't remember a whole lot because my memory isn't that great. But I've learned some very important things that I would not like to learn again.
I hear that. Yeah, I get you. All right, money it is. Okie dokie. Let's see.
Okay, this is so unclean, but
Would you guys rather know how you will die or when you will die?
Wow.
Oh.
When?
Split the room. I'll do when. And this is like absolute, like certain, right? When.
It's absolute
That
certain.
means I could plan my life accordingly, knowing that anything I do, I won't die from it. Wait. Does that account for me getting so hurt that I'm a vegetable, but I'm not dead?
Oh,
Um,
You could be, oh, I know when I'm gonna die, but I spent the last like 10 years of my life as a vegetable.
That sounds horrible. See, that's why you want to know like how you die. Because I feel like if you know how you die, you can kind of avoid little things that might lead up to that. Maybe just a little bit. It's like, oh, you die from being, I don't know, falling off a roller coaster or something like that. You avoid amusement parks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what if like it's something vague, like, oh, you die from being attacked by a dog,
Oh,
right? Like,
that's scary. Like, imagine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, like, so that's your thing, and like everyone has a dog, and if it's absolute, like, there's no way you can avoid it. Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
and even if you know how, it doesn't matter. Like, if someone's like, "Oh, you're gonna die from a roller coaster," right? Like, it doesn't matter whether you get on the roller coaster or not.
That is true. Hell, maybe a truck might be coming by carrying like a roller coaster car.
That is true.
Okay. Fine. I want to know when I would die rather than how. That's probably better.
Still prefer how over when, because like I know me, and if I know when it's gonna happen, I'm going to not be able to think about anything else until that day, and then I'm going to be in a state of panic on that day. But if I just know how, be like, okay, I'm going to die from falling off the sidewalk or something. I don't know.
But what if it's like what Wyatt said, and it's like dogs, and you have a dog in your house? You'd be in constant panic right then and there.
I feel like I'd probably still prefer to know how rather than when.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Like, straight up, if someone said like, "Oh, you're gonna die from a cat," I'd straight out throw out my cat.
You don't even like that cat.
But I love him.
Barely.
Lord have mercy.
Why we fail?
Okay.
Why did we fail? Oh.
Ooh, Nikki, you're gonna love this one. Would you guys rather always hit a red light for the rest of your life, or always get slow internet after the sun goes down?
I don't drive.
I
But
mean,
when I do, I would do the internet thing. It's fine.
really?
Yeah, honestly.
But you are most present at night.
But
in your
I can
computer.
still do art. I can still do everything else.
I might do the internet thing.
Yeah, you can still do. It's not like if the internet is gone, you can't live. You cease to function.
Because like, I would say, oh, I would just adjust my lifestyle, but no, I'm still gonna be late to everything.
Oh, don't not delete.
True.
'Cause I like leave the house last minute.
At least you're honest.
Every single light. There's no way I'm going to be on time to anything.
Fair. That's fair. Okay, so everyone chooses the slow internet then.
Yeah,
I
I
think
drive
so.
anyway. Like, Wyatt's the one that does the driving. So
Oh, that's genius. Maybe I should choose the red light and then have you drive.
Oh, that is smart. But does it work like that? What if it does it work as in you guys are in the same car, so it still applies to the fact that you're there?
They're just gonna monkey paw everything tonight, huh?
Yes, I am.
So does that even include crosswalks?
Yeah.
Like
Any
you,
red
you
light.
see it obviously like white. You read up. You read up and it just immediately turns red.
Yes.
Oh man.
terrible.
It sounds horrible. Alright, I would do slow internet then. That seems a little bit more easy to deal with. The next question is horrible. Do not like this one. Would you rather have a permanent splinter under your big toenail
Nope.
or have a permanent bad haircut?
Bad haircut.
Really?
Yep. Just put on a hat.
Really? That's a long time.
A splinter though? You just learn to deal with the pain?
Yeah. Like, it's just a little bit of pain. It's just a splinter.
What should be a whole tree? Talking about it's just a splinter.
Because, okay, realistically, a permanent splinter may not always hurt. Because after a while, the skin will grow around it, and it just becomes part of your body.
Oh,
What if it becomes like infected or something?
Ew.
And the
Permanently?
doctors can't. And the
you're
doctors
streaming
can't
too?
remove it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're streaming?
Who, me?
Doctors.
Yeah, I just went on my Gmail and I saw your stream.
Yeah.
You told me.
It's a permanent splinter. You can't have it removed.
Like the doctor would have to be like, "Oh, we got to amputate your foot."
But they
And then-
couldn't because
I don't know. Would they be able to remove the foot? Like
No.
the splinter would still be in the big toe.
I assume that whatever part of your body that it's attached to cannot be cut through or anything. You can't get rid of this thing.
I'm still
Ooh,
choosing
pretty
the
dark.
splinter.
Your whole right side's going to be invulnerable to anything.
Pretty much.
Print strength for each loop.
I think this one's actually pretty tough because I'm like very weird about my hair and I don't want to have to wear a hat. Actually, you know what? Buy a wig. But then what if I want to go swimming or something and
And it doesn't matter. You're in the water.
but it's a permanent bad haircut. It stays the same way no matter what you do. Like imagine
Put
it
on
being
a-
like
put on a
completely
swimming cap.
fixed.
Swimming cap. Put on the swimming cap.
Okay. I don't want to deal with the permanent splinter because I feel like, yes, that would be definitely painful. So I would have to do the permanent bad haircut and just kind of work around it.
I don't know. It's just a little splinter.
Is that what you choose?
I'm choosing the splinter.
Okay.
You know what? You
Fair
would
enough.
choose a splinter, but you're a weenie.
You-
Like, babe, my toe hurts. You don't say.
Nikki,
What?
what'd you choose?
No, the splinter or the bad haircut, right? It's a bad haircut.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alrighty. What else we got here?
Overlap, you silly things.
Hmm?
No, I'm trying to get this to overlap properly. Uncomponent overlap.
Alright. Let's see. Okay. Would you guys rather know the world's secrets or live ignorantly forever? See, I'm already stressed enough as it is with the way the world is. I think I would rather live ignorantly.
I'm gonna die to the curiosity. World
Oh,
secrets. I would want to know.
World secret.
I would definitely want to know.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Janine?
Like all the conspiracies and all those. I would love to know that.
Huh.
Like pigeons really are owned by the government.
You never do
The
see baby
birds.
pigeons, though.
Like, huh, that was right.
What do you choose,
And
Janine?
if I don't go
Can you
insane,
guys hear me?
I
Oh,
can
okay.
barely
Secrets.
hear you.
Yeah, I chose the secrets. Like,
Oh.
hands down.
like if I don't go insane, like I don't end my own life over it, I'd be super rich.
No, you wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't reveal the extreme ones that would get me killed, but you know, there's some out there that would be like, oh, I didn't know that. I can get rich off of that.
I guess.
Okay, and is a secret thing? Does that extend to people and individual secrets?
Oh, like you can look at someone and
No. No.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. It is purely the world's secrets, not
Alright,
like.
that's part of the world.
I don't think
That's
any of this. Yeah.
Hmm. I think I'll keep it to just like outside of people and more so to just the general pop up. I was about to say population. No, the general world and what it goes through and whatnot. If we have aliens or we've seen aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would still definitely choose secrets.
Okay, fair enough. All right, branching from that question, which kind of goes into what you guys were just saying, would you rather speak to animals or know other people's thoughts?
Other people's thoughts.
Okay, let me rephrase that question because that's a tough one.
How does
You cannot turn off hearing other people's thoughts. So no matter where you're going, people could be screaming in their heads, whatever, you're hearing it, you cannot turn that off.
I guess same for animals. There's animals all around you. So animals could be. Can squirrels think? Can dogs? I mean, dogs. Yeah, let's go with that. Can squirrels think? Can other small creatures like rodents, roaches?
But no, but it's specifically for people though.
Yeah, but you said animals.
No, you'd rather talk to animals. Would you rather speak to them or hear other people's thoughts?
So this is interesting because it turned from a really good thing to a really bad thing. Because even understanding animals, like birds chirp all the time and you can't turn it off.
It's true. But maybe you can actually reason with them if you could talk to them.
No, you can't.
Shut up. Okay, I need you to kind of like pipe down for a bit. I'm trying to sleep. But
maybe you guys in New York, but like, how am I going to get the hundreds of birds at 2 a.m. to quiet down?
just say, hey guys, I'm trying to. They can understand you now. You just say, hey, I'm trying to sleep here.
And then the rooster's going to be an asshole and start calling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'd rather talk with animals than actually hear everyone's thoughts endlessly. To be honest.
The same. Because people, have you met people?
Yeah.
And that's just what they like say on the outside.
But I think there would be benefits to it, like especially if you know, like, oh, this person's definitely racist. There's no question about it.
I guess you could also use it to become like super rich. Like you'd know everyone's passwords to everything, their PIN numbers, their like if you were okay with being a villain, like
if someone came up with like this great idea for an app, take it, mine.
But you understand that you'd have to actually be in the same vicinity of these people and giving them keywords so they think of these things, so you could take it from them.
No, just to ride on a subway, you get a lot of information.
Go a trip to Starbucks? Oh, I'd be their number one customer.
How do I get?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so everyone chooses.
I might even sneak out at night, like outside of people's windows, like. If I know they're like a programmer or something, take the line of code, write it down on a piece of paper.
I mean, the downside to that is that you yourself would have to know how to code and utilize this information.
It would be right there. Like that's all the information I need, because they would be looking at their thing and like to perform the typing actions, they would need to think it, you know.
But would you comprehend it?
I don't need to. I would just write it down.
Alright, so everyone chooses that they would rather read minds. You guys are crazy. I'm going to speak with talking animals. Alrighty.
Event ticker.
Let me see.
Yeah. Guess I'll end my stream here because I don't know how to go forward.
You gotta sneeze.
Oh dang!
Excuse me.
Hear that?
I don't know my credentials.
Didn't
anymore.
even hear your sneeze.
Oh. Want me to do
I
it again?
remember. I just remembered this one "Would you rather" question. It was like, would you would you rather have would you rather have the top half? Wait, what was it?
Oh, the top half of the mermaid or the bottom?
Yeah, have the head of a fish or the bottom half of the mermaid.
What?
So you have the head of a fish, but in your body and below is you still have your genitals and stuff like that down there. You have your feet and legs, but or you have the bottom half as fins like a mermaid, and the top half is yours. Who would you
Wait,
choose?
is this for me or for someone else?
In general, all of you guys.
I think it's like, is it applied like for your significant other or yourself?
Like, is it me? Like, am I being turned into a mermaid, or am I about to smash a mermaid?
It's you who's being
me?
turned. Yes.
Oh, the bottom half of the fish. I get gills, right? I can't breathe underwater.
You can't. You can breathe underwater. No, but you have to. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, then yeah, bottom half fish.
Okay.
Like as long as like the breathing underwater isn't like only tied to the fish head.
Yeah, same. I think I'd rather have the bottom half be a fish.
Good choice, Nikki.
If I'm a fish, can I still communicate with people?
Wait, so you would have the top half, the fish head, and the bottom part.
I'm asking, would I be able to communicate with people? These are the real questions.
I would assume that yes, that you could still kind of communicate with other people.
Okay, and if lower body is a fish or a mermaid, can I survive on land?
You'd have to come back to the water at some point. Think Little Mermaid.
I mean, she didn't have to. She was permanently human.
Well, no, but she was still a mermaid at one point before she turned human.
Yeah, but once she became human, she was human.
That's not the point.
I mean, you said think Little Mermaid. She's a full human now.
No, okay, fine. I think a regular mermaid. They have to come back to the water, or they will not make it.
I guess I'll go with fish head. I'm gonna go full SpongeBob here.
Goodness.
But you'd
Lord.
have your bottom half be human.
Yeah.
You'd be walking around with human legs.
I would end up in a freak show.
I'm sorry, babe. We could not stay together if that was the case.
So you'd love me if I was a mermaid?
Huh?